Welcome back, everyone. I am the Depressed Dior, and this is Library of Ruina. So, let's continue on to the second act. Alright, so I got Yun here, who is vulnerable to slashing, normal to everything else. And then Aerie, who is vulnerable to blunt. So, let's take a look at their cards. Inflict one fragile next scene. Fragile, take additional damage from attacks with the scene. Okay. And then on Clash Land, reduce max value of opponent's next die by 3. Isn't that just paralysis? Restore. Okay. And then you give 1 protection to all allies next scene. Okay. Add +2 power to next die. Inflict 2 fragile next scene. Interesting. Alright. I could switch cards around, but honestly, they're either normal or fatal to my stuff here. So I have slashing and I have blunt, so I have enough for both of them. So let's begin. Have the ones who came before us all died here? Think I'd lose against a gang of half-baked nerds like you? Tremble in the eternal pits of fear. Felt like throwing a cool one-liner. Alright, let's do this. So his initiative die is 2 to 3, so he has a higher minimum. But we still won on initiative. Okay, let me get rid of these. So what are you doing? So you're just gonna get light. Same thing for you as well. They're both doing piercing, which is something I'm vulnerable to, but it's only 2 to 3. So with this, I should be able to win the clash. Alright. So yeah, I want to do slashing to you. Right now it's 50% drop rate for 3 to 3 copies. And then there's Book of Yun's Office as well, and then Book of Aerie. Okay, gotcha. Alright, and then for you, you're vulnerable to blunt. I should be able to handle you pretty easily with this combo. Alright, let's do this. Staggered. Oh. Alright, right off the bat. So I can get Pale Hands. Oh, and I still keep the previous card. Okay. So after 3 successful attacks on the same target, 3 to 10 stagger. Okay. I will put it on. Do they stack? These hands earnestly want help, yet no one bothers to give them at a glance. Yeah, they stack. Okay. So both of them are staggered. There's not really much I can do. Really the key here is I don't exactly want to kill them. So you're vulnerable to, well, they're all vulnerable to everything now, so there's not much I can do about this. So I'm gonna do this to you. And this to you. We'll see what happens. Okay. Pale Hands, okay. So this is actually keeping track of the Pale Hands. Alright. 33%, 66%. Yeah, I don't... 20% additional realization gained. Okay. Okay, you're time for a little test. Okay. Alright, we'll duke it out then. And then for you... Alright, doesn't look like I'm gonna be changing anything. So we'll do struggle on you. Oh, they're ganging up on you. Well, have fun. One down. Book of Eerie obtained. Alright. So we got some Books of Yuri, Book of Grade 9 Fixers, and then some Books of Yon. 2% chance to boost stagger damage of each type. Not sure what triggered that. Alright, curtains closed.
훌륭해. 특히 윤이라는 손님에게는 의미 있는 책이 나올 것 같아.
I'm thinking one fish, two fish, you know, red fish, blue fish.
전부 불에 뛰어드는 나방이야. 윤이라는 녀석도 이것저것 머리 굴리는 것처럼 보였는데 결국 얻고자 하는 것을 위해 앞뒤 안 보고 불길로 뛰어들었고.
한번 눈 떠버린 욕망은 걷잡을 수 없이 밀려 들어오게 돼. 오래전에 들었던 말이야. 하지만 과연 그 욕망이란 것이 진실된 것일까?
너 웃긴다. 돌려 말하지 말라고 했으면서 자기가 뜬구름 잡는 소리 하네. 어딘가에 사서님이 들었으면 팔다리 한 짝씩 날려버릴 만큼의 의미 부여된 말이었어.
책이나 분류하도록 해.
엔젤라 말대로 정말 층이 확장됐군. 안녕, 난 롤랑...
엔젤라, 난 아직도 용서할 수 없어.
Patron Librarian History Malkuth.
엔젤라, 넌... 그 이야기라면 전에 끝났어. 넌 잠자코 내게 협력하면 되는 거야. 그런 거래였잖아? 그리고 모처럼 얻은 피가 흐르는 몸을 즐기도록 해봐. 인간의 몸을 줬다고 내가 기뻐할 것 같아? 입지 마. 난 너에게 찬성 못한다는 걸. 그러던가.
숨 막혀 죽는 줄 알았네.
안녕하세요. 역사의 층을 맡은 지정사서
안녕하세요 to you too.
말쿠트예요.
다행히 기운 없어 보이진 않는걸? 무슨 일이 있었던 거야?
엔젤라와 아직 풀리지 않은 문제가 있어요. 하지만 제 생각이 어떻든 전 엔젤라가 하라는 대로 해야죠.
나랑 마찬가지네. 이유는 좀 다른 것 같지만. 그래서 내가 무엇을 해야 할까?
롤랑 씨는 저에게 책을 가져다 주시면 돼요. 저는 역사의 층을 담당하고 있으니 롤랑 씨가 준 책 중에서 역사에 관련한 책을 분류하고 습득하는 거죠. 그렇게 받은 책을 사서가 읽고 점차 층과 도서관이 성장하는 거예요. 자연스럽게 잠들어 있는 층과 그곳의 지정사서들도 깨어나는 거죠.
다른 사서들은 잠들어 있단 건가?
네,
대충은 알겠어. 그런데 아까 엄청나게 화내던 것 치고는 굉장히 밝네. 괜히 불똥 떨어질까봐 걱정했거든.
사정이 어떻든 제가 해야 할 일은 열심히 해야죠. 엔젤라와 저희의 문제는 당장 연례도 해결할 수 없거든요. 저는 저 나름대로 일을 열심히 해야 할 이유도 있고요.
오케이. 그럼 한번 잘해보자고.
네,
Alright, Floor of History open, level 1. A patron library has awoken. 2 librarians have awoken and now have access to abnormality pages. A new assignment has been added. There are 10 floors to the library in total. However, because the library is still incomplete, the floors are at first dormant, their librarians sleeping within. Progress through the story or raise the library's grade to unlock new floors. When a new floor is unlocked, a patron librarian will awaken, and you may use that floor for reception. Alright, so we had Keter, and now we have Malkuth. It says 10 floors. I believe there were 10 departments in Lobotomy Corporation, so we're probably going to see a many familiar faces. And possibly in the same order, it looks like. Alright, you can now select the floor of history during reception. A patron librarian has awoken. A new assignment has been added. Alright. So we got Malkuth. So he's got 30 HP, 15, nothing else of note it looks like. So let's see, we got some new stuff to mess around with, I believe. Alright, so we got Yun's Office Fixer page 1. Doesn't look like we got any of the others. But we also haven't actually opened any of our stuff, so we should do that. But I don't remember how. Oh, that's right, you're supposed to burn books, aren't you? Alright. 2 of those. We'll have one. We'll hold on to one just so we can work with them. Alright. Burn books. Okay, so we got all of Erie's pages, it looks like. Boost the max value of defensive dice by +3 at a 25% chance. That's actually kind of cool. Alright. Looks like it's all in order by rarity, so I'm not going to worry about the low tier stuff. Definitely looks like we got some of the stuff that she was using on us. And of course we got Commandeering, which seems pretty good. It's a bit expensive though. Alright, confirm. And then alright. Yun's Office Fixer, page 1. The Society of Fixers is built entirely up on meritocracy. The greater you are, the higher you can climb. On the other hand, if you don't have the capability... Did I read this one? Yeah, I think we've read this one already. Actually, let's see, Finn? I think we read it. In any case, if I hadn't here, you can pause the video and you can read through it yourself. It's kind of, yeah, I think so. So yeah, Erie's page then. You have lots of things to prepare before you can jump into the fixer business. Starting with choosing equipment, you'll need clothes to protect your bodily accessories, etc. But before any of that, body augmentation comes first. There's no point having masterful skills or fancy equipment if your body can't keep up, you know? And training hard isn't gonna do it. There's a limit to training your body. The fittest body is still no match for mechanical prosthetics or bionic organs. You gotta be able to keep your body intact to do anything, so you're pretty much forced to spend a fortune on it. There's a ton of methods to enhance your body. Exoskeletons, bionic surgeries, nano tattoos, prosthetic body parts, you name it. Deciding what workshop tech to employ is up to your preference and purpose. Some would want insane muscular strength that could let them carry a power pole one-handed, and others would want ludicrous speed, quick enough to skip over multiple blocks in a split second. It's so diverse, I could go on forever. You need any ability? They've got you covered. The only hurdle is money. In the city, money is what gets you power. That's why the first thing we notice when we assess our foes is how much they've spent on their bodies. Oh, of course, some technologies patented by closed groups like certain syndicates or wings are hard to get your hands on even if you have all the cash in the world. Just look at me, though. It took a teensy little procedure for me to lift this humongous weapon with one hand. This is the kind of power you can get, you see? Body augmentation is more of a necessity than an option these days, so you'll want to study up on that. You don't want to stay a weakling when everyone else is getting augmentations now, do you? Alright.
엔젤라 말대로 정말 층이 확장됐군.
Okay, so I'll skip that. Okay, so that's just to see the story bits again. Gotcha. Okay. Back to the library. Alright. Still a little confused about these mechanics, but I'll work with it. Alright. So you're vulnerable to blunt and piercing, but if I were to give you this I can give you Erie's page, since you're by yourself anyway. So here you go, have Erie's page, equip. And then, as always, let's take a dodge and strike. And then, so anything I get, any defensive dice I get will get boosted. Or potentially can be boosted. So let's get some gut harvesting. Some struggles. Some commandeering. You're too slow, does that. I don't like the wide range ones that are like 1 to 9. Because there's always that chance you roll that 1. Let's do, we'll do a couple feeling goods. See how that plays out. Okay. Alright, looks like you're good there. Let's switch back to the other group. So, stagger enemies 5 times in a single battle. Okay, so it's kind of similar to what I already had. Alright. Okay, and this just swaps their weaknesses. Okay. I think I can work with that. Obtain the book of whatever. Okay, so yeah, each of these floors have their own missions, very similar to the departments in Lobotomy Corporation. So we did that one. Book of Yun's office. Of course, it would be one of those. Alright, it looks like we can't do anything with this yet. So it looks like we're just gonna move on. So let's go ahead and do it and see what happens. I don't have a spare book of Yun's office. Oh, it's good. Did it? Alright, I guess we'll do it one more time then, I guess. Did we just not get any? Oh, I think I got Book of Yun, Book of Yuri, and Book of Grade 9 Fixer. I don't think I actually got any Book of Yun's office, maybe. Oh, okay. Alright, so I can do either of these rooms. Definitely want to try out this. I want to try out Malkuth. So yeah, we'll just use her first and go from there. If I swing it like this and whoa, 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 wow, pew! I almost tripped over. Is operator coming here or not? Ah, crap. Alright, let's do this. Piercing, you're slightly vulnerable to piercing. Okay, what do we got? Alright, let's struggle. Ding. Music changed. Okay. What are you using? Piercing? Okay. You're vulnerable to blunt, right? Yep. Okay. Nice. Alright. Can't say I'm all too happy, but it's victory that counts. Alright, and then I can pick whatever floor I want to use instead. Why does it say there are 3 floors available? Okay, I understand. Okay, let's begin. So we fought this already. It's 50-50 if we stick with what we have right now. Alright. Ooh, those are not the best initiatives. And they're both ganging up on him. Okay. Book of Yun's office. Okay. We'll do that. You can have it. So I'm turning into a book as well. This isn't what I expected. We're not putting ourselves at a bigger risk here, are we? Alright, let's do this. This should be good enough, because I can't lose the clash. Alright. Okay. Okay, so we have some spares. Alright, let's burn some books. We'll burn 3. Okay, burn books. Alright, we got 2 of Yun's pages. Boost the max value of evade dice by +3 at a 50% chance. Alright. Looks like nothing else of note. Okay. Finn was bungling in many ways. He had no talent. He refused to take modification procedures. All he armed himself with was a tiny weapon. I didn't exactly dislike him, though. They say a delicate person like him is nothing short of pathetic here, but he had passion regardless. And he was going to be our colleague from now on. Besides, it's not too common to see such a passionate fellow in this grueling mess of a city. He was an interesting one. Then why did I exploit him? Exploit is a rather harsh word to describe it, if you ask me. A sloppy kid like him would have gotten killed anyway, abducted in the back streets and faded away while witnessing his innards getting ripped from his body. And that's one of the tamer examples I can give. In this city, worse things are happening here and there on a daily basis. If he didn't die there, he would have faced a much more terrible fate somewhere else. Isn't that right? Never mind. This is all but rationalization. Think what you want. Alright. So... Yun's page. So the nice thing about this one is it's only vulnerable to one type, which is kind of neat. Yeah, let's go ahead and give him Yun. And then we'll switch his cards around. Let's drop a gut harvesting, take commandeering, or commandeering, however you should pronounce it. We'll do something like that and see how that plays. Okay. Alright, give me a moment. Alright, looks like I'm out of time again. So I'm gonna go ahead and call it. I'm the Depressed Eeyore. This was Library of Ruina. See you guys next time.